Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Royal Ranthambore.
And ladies and gentlemen, the poll of polls on Republic is telling us one big story, that Yogi Adityanath is getting a second straight term. But there could be a surprise on the 10th of March. Perhaps it could be bigger than what his cynics expect. Here are the results, the exit polls, and then we debate.
Nothing short of a mini general election. For India's largest state and 4 key states that hold the keys to 2024. As Uttar Pradesh voted in the final phase, the mandate seems clear. The Matrix Uttar Pradesh exit poll shows BJP could win between 266 to 277, a clear majority. The P-Mark poll indicates possible return of Yogi Adityanath. There's almost a 100-seat difference.
7 चरणों के मतदान की प्रक्रिया की पूरी होने पर मैं भारत निर्वाचन आयोग, निर्वाचन प्रक्रिया से जुड़े हुए सभी लोगों को हृदय से धन्यवाद देते हुए मतदाताओं का हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करते हुए उनका अभिनंदन करता हूं।
Uttarakhand seems headed for a neck-and-neck fight. Matrix exit poll shows Congress may be ahead. But the P-Mark exit poll shows BJP is ahead on both seat share and vote share. Something that even the Chanakya Uttarakhand poll suggests, that Dhami government could come back.
Chanakya is saying big win, Uttarakhand, BJP. P-Mark is saying Uttarakhand, BJP wins but scrapes through. Matrix is saying Uttarakhand, Congress scrapes through.
In Punjab, the AAP is ahead. Team Kejriwal seems comfortably poised. The Chanakya exit poll shows the storm could be bigger, giving AAP a 100-seat sweep.
This looks like going to be a fantastic, decisive victory for the AAP in Punjab. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge, according to the polls.
Goa is seeing a neck-and-neck battle. Manipur could be retained by the BJP, says P-Mark exit poll. What's the big national picture? Let's debate.
Big national picture is that the BJP is winning easily. That's clearly every exit poll is saying that. All the 3 exit polls we put here on Republic are saying that. In fact, one of them is saying 262 to 272 with a mean of 270. So responses, Vivek Silas versus GVL Narasimha Rao at the start, Haidar Ali Khan of the Apna Dal, and Sandeep Ghosh, political commentator, Karan Verma, political analyst, Rohit Agarwal, RLD, Prithvi Reddy of the AAP, and Taslim Rahmani are on the screen. Vivek, the results would be, I know what you'll say, that don't go by the exit polls, but all of them are saying the same thing. All of them.
Yes, sir. Very good evening to all of you and the panelists and the viewers. Right now, I will just say, right now, I am sitting in Purvanchal itself. I am debating from Mirzapur, where the 7th phase of Uttar Pradesh polls were held. And I could see the resentment in the youth. I could see the resentment in the women, the unemployed, the people suffering from inflation. Even the farmers had a lot of resentment and anger against the Bharatiya Janata Party. I am not questioning the polls at the moment. How many exit polls have come true and how many have been turned down, we all know. We have been seeing it in Delhi, we saw it in Bihar, we saw it in West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, even in Rajasthan. We are all aware of that. But as far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned, I am very confident that the Samajwadi Party is definitely going to win the polls and by a huge margin. And we are forming the government on the 10th of March with more than 300 plus seats. That is for sure.
No, but you know, the poll of polls is crystal clear, GVL. Crystal clear. You know, sometimes polls are a little bit, they leave some scope for imagination. Here the numbers are all between somewhere 210, 215 is the lowest. One poll is showing around 300 plus is what others are showing. The mean average is around 200 and I put the numbers on the screen. Let's put the graphics up, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the graphics. The numbers are clear. GVL, is the other side in denial or could something change for you?
I think this is going to be a massive victory as someone who has been in the field, someone who was actually, I traveled in the last phase of elections in Uttar Pradesh, and I've been tracking Uttar Pradesh election for the past 6 months. And as elections have drawn closer, the margin of lead for the BJP has only grown bigger and bigger. And therefore, the numbers that I see on your screen, the real surprise will be the BJP crossing its own tally in 2017, because that also cannot be ruled out. Because the overwhelming public mood is to return the BJP to power in Uttar Pradesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's developmental delivery, not just a promise, it's actually delivery over the past 7 years. And Yogi ji's governance in Uttar Pradesh. The twin factors have really powered the BJP to a massive victory. So we are hoping to surpass the 300 tally mark. But if the local incumbency at the level of assembly constituencies does operate, because you have a large number of MLAs who have won in the last election, so that could, if that local incumbency factor works, that we might go down to 270, 250. But in no situation we are expecting anything below 250 in this election, and it's a reaffirmation of public's faith in the leadership of both Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and Chief Minister Shri Yogi Adityanath. And people are not willing to go back to the gory days of the 2017,
no, also maybe
2012 to 17.
Maybe this caste religious combination didn't work. I mean, I'm just asking you here. Maybe Rohit, you had too much confidence in that, but maybe people rejected it in 2017 and don't want to come back. They don't want you. I know Rohit. I know that the section of the Lutyens media, they encouraged you. They said, don't worry. We will bring caste back. We will bring Jati Upajati back. And they told you, don't worry. You're going to win. You just play the caste card. And viewers, I want to tell you, that's the section of the media which did it. Rohit, listen, they encouraged you. They got you back into 1990s analysis. Am I wrong, Karan? They started going back. They said, oh, 1990s all over again. Lutyens media has told us. We just play the caste card and we win. But maybe that was history.
And what they forget every time, Arnab, is that caste arithmetic doesn't work. It's actually your chemistry with the electorates that works. And that's where they get it wrong every time. BJP set the narrative of this election, be it law and order, be it infrastructure, be it cultural nationalism. They hit the nail on its head. And Arnab, can we just understand the epic proportions of this victory if this were to be believed? In 5 years, this government has survived GST implementation, farmer protests, demonetization. They started with demonetization in late 2016, and COVID, horrible waves of COVID. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and BJP lives up to this adage. If they win this, it is an epic victory of enormous proportions, and it'll reverberate at the national level as well. It'll be a prelude and it'll set the stage for 2024.
Yeah, I mean, did you get it all wrong, Rohit?
Can I come in?
Rohit, yeah, did you get it all wrong? I mean, you had a calculation here.
Opinion poll.
Yeah, the fact is, all polls are showing you far away from the halfway mark. Was it a two-cornered fight at all? Was it really a two-cornered fight?
Arnab, I think opinion poll had given a better number to BJP. Why the exit poll is showing little lesser number to BJP? They should have also given a clear majority to
I'll
the
take that
BJP
from
and
Haider Ali
I
Khan.
think they
Haider
should
on
have,
the left, yeah.
they should have given they should have given a better numbers than 2017. So believe me, if we have to trust the exit poll, then Yogi Adityanath should tomorrow go and have a swear ceremony. Believe me, wait till 10th of March and you will see a drastic change. What I see from this exit poll is a descending numbers for BJP and ascending number for Samajwadi Party coalition. And this ascending number will result in a government of coalition of Samajwadi Party and Rashtriya Lokdal forming on 10th of March. Believe me, BJP will be searching these numbers like they are searching cocoa from phase 1.
Okay, if you look at the numbers, I'd only say that should the projections hold good, then the BJP, for the first time in Uttar Pradesh, first time ever in Uttar Pradesh, will be elected for 2 continuous terms. And therefore, Yogi will be making history. I'm just saying if it happens. I'm not saying it is going to happen. Haider. Haider, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi. Hello.
Yeah, Haider, I was just saying that if these numbers hold good, then Yogi Adityanath creates history.
Yes, of course.
He creates history because he gets elected for 2 continuous terms, which has never happened to the BJP before in UP.
Right. First and foremost, thank you, Mr. Arnab, for having me on board. And the way the party has performed, I myself was in Banaras the day the Honorable Prime Minister was there. And even amongst people from all walks of life and all communities, like they were in a way desperately wanting to vote for the BJP in UP. And it's actually the party has created history, and it is all because of the work that has been done by the party in the past 5 years.
The other big thing in the
created history, or party or the exit poll has created the history?
We're already on the 7th. On the 10th, I think you would be getting the right answer.
These are just exit polls. Just don't be overconfident on them.
I don't think you.
Believe me, the result will be very different from this.
I think you should believe me that we will be forming the government with the
that's
majority on the 10th.
That's what I said in my first round. Opinion poll had given a better number to BJP.
No, I mean, I have confidence in the numbers. If you compare, if you look at the results that came out in 2017, everyone thought it was a joke, but the party came with 325 seats. So I don't think there's much to argue about this here.
Just don't forget that UP has never repeated any government, and
so
this time also UP is not going to repeat the Yogi Adityanath government.
There's a saying which says never say never. And this is the history that has been created and will be created on the 10th.
You should never forget.
You will get your answer on the 10th.
Forget that BJP people were not able to campaign also in front of public. So how can you say these numbers
I don't know which. I don't know which.
Just a mere joke. Nothing more than that.
Arnabji, we were in the second phase, and the way the party
I am looking at the UP, which BJP has destroyed in last 5 years. I am looking at the UP where some businessman is going to Gorakhpur and he has been killed by the police itself. I am looking at the UP
let me remind you,
where
when Akhilesh Yadav's government was in place in 2012 and 17, when people went to him, even from our district, they were clearly told by Akhilesh Yadav that Rampur does not come in UP. So which law and order, what law and order are you talking about?
We should talk about 2017.
There was complete Gunda Raj, there was complete law and disruption of law and order. It had crumpled in the Samajwadi
Party.
I just want to give this some perspective.
I just want to make a point here.
No, I just want to go to Sandeep here.
Arnab, if we ever analyze the exit polls historically,
yes,
in UP, they generally give us a trend. And we see a greater consolidation in the favor of the party that is leading. That has happened every time, after every exit poll. We did not anticipate, no exit poll anticipated a victory as big as the one BJP got in 2017. So my prediction is BJP is going to win huge. It's in fact going to be even bigger than what the exit polls are showing. Yeah. Because UP has a habit that the voters, they then gravitate towards and consolidate towards the victor.
Yeah.
So BJP might just touch 300 for all we know.
No, if we were to assume...
Arnab, let us not
Sandeep.
over speculation.
Yeah.
Let's take the exit polls right now, and we are taking a range. Let's not sort of build hope over hope. But I think the problem with Samajwadi Party is they live in denial. They want to deny the exit polls. They have denied, earlier the claims of good governance or law and order.
Actually, people of Uttar
Or
Pradesh have
the
denied
Lavarthi.
BJP.
No,
We have
even
not denied
today,
anything.
see, even you actually
just
had
want
a
to say
good
that
point.
you have given a better number.
No, let me tell you, I'm talking in your favor.
was giving a better
You
number
should
to
have
BJP.
talked. Wait a
Exit poll is giving
minute.
little lesser. I was expecting you
that's
will give
fine.
around 350.
But it's still making a
But
way.
you are giving only just
In
240.
election, there is one winner. There is
On
no
Twitter,
number
we
two.
can see
There is only one
Samajwadi Party
winner.
blaming the EVMs already.
Opinion poll was giving around 310.
Okay,
If
fair
I am
enough.
not wrong, Arnab,
No,
I
fair
was
enough.
on your channel
How
only.
does it change the,
and opinion
how
poll was
does it
giving
change the
310.
how does it change the outcome? Does it change the outcome
Now they are
of your
enjoying
winning
the
the
exit poll for
election?
next 2 days.
Whether it's 250 or 325, it doesn't change the
free to
outcome.
enjoy
So fine,
exit
if you
poll
want to
next
live
2
in
days.
okay, if you want to
problem with
live
that.
for 2 more days in hope, fair enough.
We are
But I don't.
enjoying
Okay, great.
the
But
peace
that
we
is
are
the
getting
problem.
after
I
the
think
election
you have
that
based.
BJP
Wait a minute.
is going
Wait a minute.
and
You have
public
done
will
your
be
base.
relaxed after BJP
But
is
the
no more.
problem is you have based your election on the assumption that no party comes back again. And on that assumption, you were overconfident that you're going to come back. That doesn't always work. There are a lot of exception occurs. And I don't know why. Just 1 minute, GVL. They could have actually taken things on a positive note. Akhilesh Yadav could have said what he did for law and order in his previous term or what he did for development. Instead, they went on dissing Yogi Adityanath's, claims
It was your
either on
government from
development or on
2017 to
law and
2023.
order.
You have to
Fellas, I'll let Vivek Silas respond. Please don't speak together, please. Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep and Vivek Silas. Okay, go on. Can Rohit just let Vivek respond? Don't get over defensive about Samajwadi Party. You may not even be with them after 10th. Yes. So, yeah.
No. You cannot say that who's going to be with whom after 10th of March.
I'm saying May.
It was Amit Shah who initially said that Jayant Chaudhary could be with us because he was under a fear that he might lose the Uttar Pradesh election. It is very, very true what Mr. Amit Shah predicted just before the first poll. He knew that we are going to lose the election.
Jayant Chaudhary also.
And let me complete. I think, sir, we should wait for another 60 hours. It's just a matter of 60 hours. Let's not get very excited. The exit polls, what they are showing, and we know what they have shown in the past. And what was the result? I don't want to comment on that. All the people who are watching us, even they know it. It's just a matter of 60 hours. Just wait and watch. We could be sitting on the 10th of March together. Then you can point out the finger and I'll believe whatever you guys say. I'll believe, yes, there was something wrong. But if this is overturned, what the Bharatiya Janata Party and their supporters have to say, they have to think about that. I'm just saying to wait for 60 hours, that is all. What has happened? If these
GVL, I'm not in a hurry. GVL.
Vivek, I think
Arnab, all the other political parties have got the script wrong in Uttar Pradesh. Not for the first time, for the 4th time in a row. 2014, 17, 19, and in 2022. Because their original, caste and communal card is not working in Uttar Pradesh. This kuch ka saath, kuch ka vikas formula of Samajwadi Party has not worked.
Look who is
Our
saying.
sabka saath, sabka vikas has clearly triumphed. Because they thought the route to power,
Not at all,
the success to power is by sympathizing only with certain castes and communities. And people have rejected that formula. You are losing not only because of our good performance, you are also losing, the Samajwadi Party is losing because of your bad performance in the past.
Very, very clearly and honestly.
Can you patiently listen to what I am saying and then respond? I'm saying something that should really make you think. That should make you think. Think and respond.
That is what I said.
Please listen. We are winning not only because of our good performance, we are also winning because of your bad performance in the past. Because people can see the difference. People can see our Sabka Saath Sabka
will come out on the 10th of March.
against your
These are just predictions.
Vikas.
These are just predictions, sir.
I know, but we will talk. I will be around. You will be around on the 10th of this month.
Definitely.
I think this election
For sure,
is
yes.
already sealed. It's sealed in BJP's favor.
Let's see on the 10th of March. That is why I told all of you, let's pay for another 60 hours. And what if,
No, we will debate
whatever
on
will go, I will
again.
accept it.
But
I
you know,
will accept it.
Change the
Taslim
outcome
Ramani also responding to GVL.
Everybody was expecting such
Taslim.
We were already expecting all these kind of exit polls well before the 7th of March. We knew that such kind of exit poll will come. But I tell you, Arnab, we also worked on the ground. It is going to be a hung parliament for sure. Even if it has an edge towards a BJP, I predict there may not be the Akhilesh and Yogi. Both may not be the chief minister of the next government in Uttar Pradesh. And Mr. Amit Shah has indicated that they may need somebody to form the next government in Uttar Pradesh. So such exit polls, I tell you that Sapa at least 172 seats Sapa is going to get. And 180 to 190 BJP, not
Is
more
the
than that.
SDPI
And
going
if
to
this
get
does
remaining
not
seats?
happen, I tell you, we will admit and concede that the Indian politics has succumbed to the RSS ideology. I will concede to that.
Is that your frustration speaking?
But till date, until
Is
the
that your
results are come,
frustration
I'm not
speaking,
going
sir?
to concede to that.
Are you
because
speaking or is your
you have
frustration
noticed, and
speaking?
you must appreciate that the Uttar Pradesh Muslims,
You're blaming the people.
You're
blaming the people.
Muslim has rejected a Muslim political party. You must appreciate it. And the whole country must appreciate. We try to go by a social engineering by the poorest of the poor.
You said
people,
Muslim
with them,
political party,
siding
which
with
one?
them.
No,
We did
one
not
second.
go
You
by
said
any
Muslim
communal
political party,
outfit.
which one? Which Muslim political party?
Yes, you know, you promoted it.
Which party?
You were promoting.
Which
you
party?
were promoting that Muslim political party, MIN. You were promoting Asaduddin Owaisi Saab, and Muslims did not vote for him.
So who are they voting
voted for the people who
are Muslims
deprived and
voting for?
marginalized or
Who are Muslims voting for?
Of the poor.
How do you know who Muslims are voting for? Or who Muslims are voting against? I would just request you, I would request you for once, Taslim Ramani, to stop looking at things in terms of Hindu and Muslim.
Muslims were voting
Please stop doing this Hindu-Muslim thing. Talk development. Talk about the people. Change the narrative. Muslim, Hindu, caste, subcaste, change
it.
it.
I said you must appreciate it. You must
I will never appreciate
We did not
religion
go by
and
any
caste politics.
Any color, any religion. We went by, we go by the people who are perturbed by this outgoing establishment.
Okay, the story which we have not referred to, however, and we must speak about it, is Punjab, ladies and gentlemen. Now that's where I want to go to Prithvi Reddy. He is national spokesperson of AAP. He's also convener of AAP in Karnataka. Viewers, if I can have the numbers of Punjab on the screen. The poll of polls is showing a clear majority. In fact, the Chanakya poll showed 100 seats. 100 seats out of 117. The Chanakya poll is saying it's a complete...
What was the sample size? What was the sample size? We have so many other...
You have a problem with AAP also.
Polls with a very
you have a problem with BJP. You have a problem with SP.
No, we don't have
you have
any
a problem with AAP.
anybody. We don't have any problem even with the BJP. If they...
But yeah, the people of India are not voting for SDPI. You relax.
He keeps blaming the question paper.
I'm not talking about
the pen.
People of India are not voting for SDPI.
Aam Aadmi Party or BJP or Congress.
Obviously, the Aam Aadmi Party has done something right.
Asking what is this?
Obviously, the Aam Aadmi Party has done something very right in Punjab. Can we hear?
They've hung in for 5 years. For 5 years, they hung in there as the opposition, unlike Samajwadi Party.
True.
They kept working. They kept grinding.
Yeah.
And that's where it bears fruit. That is what Samajwadi Party did not do in those 5 years.
Correct.
They disappeared and then they resurfaced just a few months before the election.
No, the one thing which is evident to me...
deserves to win in Punjab
the one thing,
do because they've worked.
The one thing which is clear to me is that this approach that some people thought we'll fly in, we'll poach leaders, we'll take leaders from a party, we'll do some mathematics, we'll do some calculus, we'll spend tons of money. You know, that whole approach, Trinamool Congress approach, may not be working in Goa, but what has happened, what has been done by the Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab, as Karan has said, they've hung in there. It's not only in Punjab. Their strategy has been to build a party over a 3 to 5 year period minimum, which is why I think longer term, the AAP is a more serious competitor to the BJP than other parties, and I'm sure the BJP also would acknowledge that. So I think they're not in a hurry. Prithvi, you've seen the Punjab numbers. What do you think?
So thanks for having us, Arnab. I think the exit polls are indicative of the direction in which the results are going to go. I strongly believe that they are not indicative of the number of seats we are likely to win, except probably the Chanakya poll, which I'd like to believe is closer to what the result will be. I think it's important to recognize here that the BJP is beatable when there is a strong opposition. I think a lot of the opposition parties get a little lost in the blame game politics. I think they spend 5 years in criticizing the BJP rather than telling the electorate what they have to offer. Why I believe that we'll do better than the exit polls is that you'll remember that in our first election, the exit polls were giving us about 6 seats and we got 28. The second time they gave us about 20 plus and we got 67. So I strongly believe that to beat the BJP, they are beatable. You need a strong opposition, which has a clear-cut agenda. And like one of your speakers said, as an opposition party, you have to be the voice of the people, go to the grind, not complain, and keep raising issues, keep ensuring that the government does and delivers on their promises. And I think that's precisely what Bhagwant Mann and the Aam Aadmi Party did in spite of various challenges we had in Punjab. And I think people of Punjab have kind of reaffirmed the faith in the new age politics. I think what is important to see is not just the number of seats we win, but I believe that our surveys are very strongly indicating that a lot of big wigs are going to lose elections. And what's new and what is very, very encouraging is the kind of people who are likely to
it's not the BJP that the AAP was fighting
are very, very simple.
Therefore, this interpretation that this is a victory over BJP is flawed. They were fighting us in Uttarakhand. Where are they? According to the same exit polls, they don't figure anywhere. They are fighting Goa. They are fighting the BJP in Goa. But where are they in Goa? They were trying to fight us in Uttar Pradesh. Where are they? So this temptation to say that we beat BJP is flawed. We were not a significant, we were not a major player in Punjab. So therefore, I think that to extrapolate anything from Punjab to a national scale is quite an anomaly. But there is not certainly any victory for a small regional party in another state is certainly significant.
Why do you call AAP a small regional party?
It is a small regional party. What is it?
As long as
Delhi is a large corporation, all said and done. Smaller than possibly Mumbai Municipal Corporation.
Okay.
Yeah, Delhi is like a city-state. It's not a regular state.
Well, and you will call Punjab a municipality then?
Punjab gives them certainly a foothold, but it doesn't really. They were trying to compete with us in every state. Why were they not in Uttarakhand? So for them to, obviously they will feel enthused by a victory. They will feel enthused by a victory in Punjab. All good luck to them. But to really expect them to become a national player because of one victory, it's a throwback to 2013. You remember after 2013 victory, Kejriwal went rushing to Varanasi, and we know what happened. We know the history. So I think to extrapolate anything from Punjab, to expect them to emerge as a national player immediately is far-fetched, but it will certainly enthuse them.
That will spark another
may I
debate
come in,
altogether. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a
Can I
BJP
come
AAP
in for a
debate.
moment?
The debate has taken an interesting turn where the BJP responding to the arm.
Failed in Punjab, GVL.
Yeah, what is your question, Mr. Rahmani?
I think AAP is getting under their skin, Arnab.
I
Slowly
asked
but
GVL
gradually.
why the
Exactly,
BJP where
exactly.
BJP failed in Punjab.
I didn't talk
Why
about
it could not,
national
it could
That's
not.
why it elicited that kind of a response from GVL.
If the Congress was getting failed in Punjab, why BJP could not take over?
Certainly in Punjab, we expect to do quite better than what the polls are predicting. But certainly Punjab has been, Punjab, we expect to win a majority of seats in parliament. It's a tough ask for us. It's a tough challenge for us. We will certainly, the reason why we fought majority of seats in this election in Punjab is to lay the foundation or a ground for winning large number of parliamentary seats in 2024, and that will give us a strong footing in Punjab in future.
Your candidates were asking for votes for the Congress.
Okay, let the AAP representative question him, please. 1 second.
National Party.
Yeah, Mr. Rao, can you explain why your candidates in Punjab were seeking votes for the Congress? I appreciate that you don't want an opposition in this country. No, let me finish.
No, come on, don't make such silly allegations.
No,
don't make such silly accusations. I can say you were acting as a B team for somebody else.
What you say.
Please don't make such silly accusations.
No, this is in public domain.
No, I reject it completely.
Please educate yourself. Your candidates have asked for votes saying that if you don't want to vote for us, please vote for the Congress, don't vote for the Aam Aadmi Party. And while I appreciate that you would want a weak opposition, this is a democracy, and I think when you fight election, ask for votes for yourself. Don't ask for votes for Congress.
I think this is typical propaganda that your party engages in. I think it's even not worth replying to this kind of silly accusation.
It's in public domain.
No, fine. But it's for, what is public for you is propaganda.
Sir, then you should be asking this question of your candidate, sir. It's not something that I'm stating.
Very testy debate going on, Sandeep, between the real stress in the debate, the real conflict in the debate today is actually between AAP and BJP.
True.
Which means there's something.
No, Arnab.
I
think it's a temptation on the part of the media. It's a temptation on the part of the media.
That an agricultural state. That
is fear of.
No, one second. I want Sandeep to come in on this. He's been listening on. I'm only observing.
The party is a claimant of the national political party.
SDPI will never be a national political party. You can forget about SDPI. I don't know about others.
So the point is,
I'm not talking about SDPI. That's why I'm not in SDPI.
You were recently before the chief ministers of various states started asking for PFI to be banned. The moment the possibility of a ban on the PFI became a real one, you'd switch sides. Because you got afraid.
To be just objective, I would say this.
No. Let us concentrate on the subject. Why you are deviating? Why you are defending BJP? Why you are defending unnecessarily?
Okay, you also don't get in there, na? See, GVL, Trinamool's national ambition have been for the moment quashed in Goa, and I don't think they're a player in the north. People were positioning Akhilesh Yadav as the next candidate for Prime Minister, if he wins. That has been quashed. Now, only new force which has made some entry, whether we, for whatever our views on the party, is AAP. And what I would very clearly correct here is Punjab AAP's win is not against BJP. Punjab BJP, apart from BJP not having a base in these elections, there were other factors as which all of us know why BJP was working at a handicap. Even in Punjab, sir, you will see your seats are coming entirely from Malwa. The north of Punjab, you have not really fared well. There, Congress and SAD are neck to neck or better than you in that. So this is the lower part of Punjab, which where you have scored well. So still there is a long way to go. Though you will come with absolute majority, doesn't mean therefore you are spreading. And AAP has been realistic, I'm sure. Unlike other people, you have not really tried to expand indiscriminately. So and Kejriwal has consolidated his image. So that we must grant it there. But the others are today, they have, I think, if these results come through, what overall broad trend, which the exit polls are, and most importantly, look at Congress. How many seats are you, they were talking about at least 25 seats. They will not even touch double digits in
That is the truth. No, that's a whole space left open. Talking about the Congress, let me tell you, they're there in the political coffin. Only the nail has to be hammered now. And what a disaster.
How can you say that, Arnab? How can
are you joining the Congress now?
They are neck to neck.
Are you joining the Congress now?
Priyanka Gandhi was touted as a...
No, which party are you in now?
What did she do in
I'm not
Punjab?
joining any party, but that doesn't mean that we tell
how did she...
We cannot blind off the ground truth.
How did Priyanka Gandhi build down Punjab?
Yeah. Sandeep Ghosh.
If they are going...
Yeah.
Sandeep Ghosh. Calm down, Tasleem, volume. Sandeep.
See, Punjab, I think, we are blaming a Sidhu, we are blaming a Channi, but I would blame, first of all, the Congress High Command, who tried to first bring down Amrinder Singh through Sidhu, used him as a lever and then brought in Channi. And whether people like it or not, in Punjab, it was Priyanka Gandhi who was, holding Channi's hand everywhere. And, laughing at some statements about AAP. And clapping at a statement which rightly Kejriwal took them on over there. So I think it speaks, though the Gandhis are not going to vacate those seats, any election will be also a sham election. But I think Congress is really, as you said, waiting for somebody to, and I'm waiting to see what happens. Like people like Manish Tiwari, we were earlier talking of people defecting. Manish Tiwari said that I am a stakeholder. I'm not a passenger in Congress, So how will people like them now react is something we must wait and watch. And so very interesting dynamics will emerge after March 10th when these results are sealed.
Absolutely.
But one thing is clear, everybody was billing it as a semi-finals for 2024. Is far from that. The field is wide open and is advantage Modi.
I am just getting a visual as I speak. By the way, viewers, 6 o'clock in the morning onwards on the 10th, we are live. We are live on the elections. There's nothing to be said about the elections between now and 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock on 10th. There's nothing, no need to speculate. The big story continues to be the war. I think just talking about the election will make everybody very scared and frightened.